Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching this channel and the videos. Sometimes they go real fast and sometimes they're slow. Happy rails to you. Thanks for watching in. Hi everybody, it's G-Man. Welcome back and welcome aboard. What you see here is that Mark's coffin or wedge tender that I was going to use behind our custom Harmony. But as I showed you, I may have shown you in the previous video, I don't remember, I've made so many cuts of that and had to go ahead and dump them all because they kept coming out in the wrong format. My phone and the editor were not communicating properly, And so after the last week and a half, 2 weeks of trying to do new videos and edit them, I just about gave up. But anyway, I painted this originally Hunter Green because I thought the Hunter Green was going to work to be the closest color to the Hornby engine, but it was not. So I spent another week trying to find a color that was very close to it. Finally, after, like I say, about a week of searching the internet and searching the stores, I found Pensy Green. And Pensy Green is not an exact match, but it is the color that we went with. And I'll show you that in a minute. Another thing was, too, I didn't have the American Flyer Tender that I wanted to use for this project. I've been wanting to use American Flyer Tenders on some of these Hornby engines to see how they work out, as they're similar looking to the Marks, but in a lot of ways different. They're heavier, a little wider, and most of them are four-wheel, although they did do, most of them are eight-wheel, although they did do a four-wheel, which I also have. But I wanted to do it in an eight-wheel tender. And so I'll show you that in a minute. But this is what I ended up with. Now, this is not Hunter Green. This is actually Emerald Green. And what had happened, as I said, I had painted it Hunter Green, and it was so dark, and it was actually not very good looking. And so I redid it in the Emerald Green, and we'll use this on another tender at another date. I really like the Emerald Green. It's kind of an odd color. It's a pretty color. And so I'm going to do an engine. I don't know whether it'll be a Hornby engine or one of our standard American engines, but I will do an engine in Emerald Green and put that tender with it at a later date. So get that out of the way. I finally located in that week and a half the correct American Flyer tender that I wanted to use for this project. And so I got it out, cleaned it up, lightly sanded it down, cleaned it up again with alcohol prep, and let it dry. and painted it Pincy green. Then I hand lettered it. The hand lettering, guys, is not my best lettering. Uh, I'm still kind of shaky at times, and my hand doesn't always go which direction I want it to. So I'm not doing quite the as good a handwork as I once was. But all aside, it still came out pretty nice. What I did was the Hornby tenders of this period um, were outlined in black, and so I specifically outlined it just like the Hornby tender. All the way around. This side came out a little better than the other side. I was having a trouble with my marker, so I'll probably buy another marker and touch the other side up as far as the letters are concerned. They look a little faded. This looks pretty sharp. It doesn't look too bad. But then again, I might leave it alone because I might mess it up, make it worse. But as you can see, this has the gold or brass handrails, which I redid. And I didn't have to do a lot of changing to this tender. The only thing I did was rebend the couplers to fashion them so that they would work with the Hornby engine. Turn this one up, and I'm going to put a slot in it down here, probably in the middle. And that's primarily so it can pull the Hornby cars with their original hook and loop couplers. Now, what I am going to do, and I hadn't done, is I think I'm going to go ahead and paint these trucks gray. I'm sorry, black. They are gray now, kind of a grayish black, or a grayish smoky gray. And I'm going to go ahead and paint them black, I believe. Other than that, there's really nothing else I need to do to this tender. I put the proper number on it, 850. Actually, it should be an E850, but now let me get the engine over here. I touched this engine up and painted the drive wheels green also. And then sprayed the engine and the tender with a clear coat. Now I don't have the wheels on this tender, so it's going to sit kind of funny because of that. what I can do so you can get an idea, a better idea. Okay, I'll put the ink erasers under the uh, trucks, and they're a little higher than it would be once it's sitting on wheels. But that'll give you an idea of what it looks like. I think it really turned out to be a nice looking engine. I took the wheels off to clean them. As you can see, we get too close. Lord Nelson. And that was another engine that I really was happy to get that shell because that's a hard shell to come by, actually. And I was wanting a Lord Nelson, and I had found that one here a year or two ago. And so I finally completed it and put it together. And that's the Hornby Marks engine. Now, as I say, it is complete except for I've got to clean the wheels. I have the wheels over here. I soaked them in vinegar, and it did take off some rust, but they looked like they were sitting in water. So I'm going to clean them up. I could have let them sit in vinegar a little longer. I let them sit overnight and half of the next day, and they were looking good when I put them in the vinegar. But once I got them out of the vinegar and they dried up, they still had that rust on it. But for the most part, it's just surface rust, so they're not going to be hard to clean up. I just hadn't had time to get to them with trying to do everything else. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I want to thank you for your cards. Not cards, but thank you for your comments, and thank you for watching sponsoring the channel with your views. Thank you for your patriotism and your loyalty to the channel. Those of you who have been with me for 3-4 years. I see some had left the channel, but others are coming to the channel. And so that's what it seems to be, is an up and down process. But hopefully in this next year, as I'm feeling better, and I am feeling better, my wound had finally closed up as of last Monday. And they released me from wound care, so that was a good thing. But then yesterday, I've probably been doing too much because yesterday it opened back up just a little bit. But so far, there's been no bleeding. So we thank God for that. And I've been trying to do a little more, get my build my stamina back up, and they're still caution me not to do too much or do too much lifting, any heavy lifting at all, anything over 10-15 pounds at the most, and not moving it too far. So And that's what I've been doing. And I've probably been doing quite a bit of it because there's things around here that needed to be done. And that's basically probably why it opened back up. But I'm slacking back off a little bit and going to take it easy. And we're going to see how it goes. I'm walking a little farther, walking a little better. I'm going more to the store, whatever needs to be done. I can't walk around too long yet, but I'm still active. And so getting back active, more active. So that's what I like. I actually went out and worked on my truck today a little bit. I had a lot of little detail work that needed to be done to it. Nothing heavy, just, lightweight work. But the point was I just couldn't do it. And now I can. So I spent the afternoon or early evening working on my truck and getting all that stuff outlined and fixed and repaired, or replaced. So that's about it. Once again, thank you all for your patriotism, for watching the channel. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I do have several new subscribers in the past 2 months. And I want to thank you. I guess that's about it. All the views of construction, this engine, except for the first 2 videos, and all the work for the tender, couldn't save any of it, couldn't publish any of it. It would not download to YouTube. I tried and tried different ways and tried different editors, but it always come out the same way. So there was nothing I could do with the film but go ahead and scrap it. So anyway, deleted the videos. It's kind of disappointing. But that's been the story with this video game. So maybe it's time I stopped using my phone again and went back to the camera, or I got another phone. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, as always, guys, I'm sure you'd like to see another view of this. If you enjoy your trades, your layout, working on scenery, whatever it is that you enjoy, maybe you have a different hobby, and you do crafts or arts and crafts or something else. Whatever it is, you should enjoy it. Really enjoy it. And as I always say, you should have happy rails. And people ask me, why do you say happy rails to people who don't do trains? Because we have to remember, as we look at our lives, that our lives run on track. Our lives run on the rails. The train runs on the tracks. Our lives are always on the rails. And it depends on how we live our life to which or where the rails will lead us. So, having said that, happy rails. Until next time. Bye-bye.